Do you remember when Visa cards first came out? You were used to paying with cash or with a check, and then a Visa came out. It was this weird payment system that you didn't understand. And she said, yeah, I remember that. Well, Bitcoin is just the next evolution of another payment system.
Brace yourself, Nakamoto was the foundation. This is your boy Nakamoto Crypto here, and today we have got...
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
How the alleged Twitter hackers got caught. Bitcoin payments and IP addresses led investigators to two of the alleged perpetrators in just over 2 weeks. So on July 15th, a Discord with the handle Kirk #5270 made an enticing proposition. I work for Twitter, they said, according to court documents released Friday. Quote unquote, I can claim any name. Let me know if you are trying to work. It was the beginning of what would, a few hours later, turn into the biggest known Twitter hack of all time. A little over 2 weeks later, 3 individuals have been charged in connection with the heist of accounts belonging to Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Barack Obama, Apple, and more, along with nearly $120,000 in Bitcoin. Friday afternoon, after an investigation that included the FBI, IRS, and Secret Service, the Department of Justice charged UK resident Mason Shepard and Nima Fazeli of Orlando, Florida, in connections with the Twitter hack. A 17-year-old, Graham Ivan Clark, was charged separately with 30 felony counts in Hillsborough County.
Lives here in Tampa, committed the crimes here, and he'll be prosecuted here. Working together, we will hold him accountable. The state attorney's office is handling this prosecution rather than federal prosecutors because Florida law allows for us greater flexibility to charge a minor as an adult in a financial fraud case like this. So he gained access to Twitter accounts and to the internal controls of Twitter through compromising a Twitter employee. He sold access to those accounts. He then used the identities of prominent people to solicit money in the form of Bitcoin, promising in return that he would send back twice as much Bitcoin. He then collected and, of course, never gave back the Bitcoin that he received from the victims. There are 30 counts that we have charged against him. He's a 17-year-old kid who apparently just graduated high school, but make no mistake, this was not an ordinary 17-year-old. This was a highly sophisticated attack on a magnitude not seen before. It could have been an extremely high amount of loss. The fact that it was just over $100,000 in 1 day is because it was caught pretty quickly. But keep in mind that besides the dollar amount that was stolen, this could have had a massive amount of money stolen from people. And it could have destabilized financial markets, both in America and across the globe, because he had access to powerful politicians' Twitter accounts. He could have undermined American politics as well as international diplomacy. In regard to the election, I'm not concerned because we talk with our supervisor of elections. We know that we have a great system set up here to protect the integrity of our election in this county and across the state and across the country. In terms of people who are committing these crimes, we have a message for them. This is not a game. These are serious crimes with serious consequences. And if you think you can rip people off online and get away with it, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. A rude awakening that comes in the form of a 6 a.m. knock at your door from federal agents. Scamming people out of their hard-earned money is always wrong. And whether you're taking advantage of them in person or online by stealing cash or cryptocurrency, it's fraud, it's illegal.
And how poorly the alleged attackers covered their tracks. All 3 are currently in custody. So despite his claims, on the morning of July 15th, Kirk #5270 was not a Twitter employee. He did, however, have access to Twitter's internal administrative tools, which he showed off by sharing screenshots of accounts like @Bumblebee, @SC, @Vague, and @R9. Short handlers are popular target among certain hacking communities. Another Discord user who went by Ever So Anxious @0001 soon began lining up buyers. Kirk #5270 shared the address of a Bitcoin wallet where proceeds could be directed. Offers including $5,000 for @XX, which would later be compromised. That same morning, someone going by Shaywon on the forum OG users started advertising access to any Twitter account in a post titled "Pulling Email for any Twitter taking request." Shaywon listed a price of $250 to change the email address associated with any accounts and up to $3,000 for account access. The post directed users to Ever So Anxious #0001. Over the course of 7 hours, starting at around 7:15 a.m. ET, the Ever So Anxious account discussed the takeover of at least 50 users named with Kirk #5270. So according to court documents, in that same Discord chat, Ever So Anxious says that his OG user handle was Shaywon, suggesting the two were the same individual. So Kirk 5270 allegedly received similar help from a Discord user going by the name of Rolex 0373. Although that person was skeptical at first, just sounds too good to be true, he wrote. According to chat transcripts, investigators obtained via warrant later to help back up his claim. Kirk 5270 appears to have changed the email address tied to the Twitter account at foreign email addresses belonging to Rolex 0373 like Shaywon, then agreed to help broker deals on OG users, where his user's name was Rolex, with prices starting at $2,500 for specially sought after account names. In exchange, Rolex got to keep @foreign for himself. So by around 2 p.m. on July 15th, at least 10 Twitter accounts has been stolen according to the criminal complaints, but hackers still seemed focused on short and desirable handles like @drug and @xx and @vampires rather than celebrities and moguls. So the FBI did an incredible job. Every single cycle of this teaches them to be better, says Mr. Nixon, because they get to see the evidence against them and how they got caught. So they were sloppy. That's why they were all caught, by tracking their IP addresses and their Bitcoin transactions from the same BTC addresses that they provided on Twitter, all the way to Binance, all the way to a Coinbase account, which was signed by the hacker's real name. This is how all of them got caught pretty much. And on that click, if you like the content, please don't forget to leave a like, share, subscribe. I have been Mr. Nakamoto Crypto and I'm out.
Bitcoin under $8,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $5,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin over $10,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $20,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $8,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $5,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $10,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $20,000.
Buy it.
Best performing asset in the last 10 years. True. Look into crypto, we need volunteers. No need to tiptoe, it won't disappear. Do your research, history made it clear.